Well, I was painting today some leaves, and I want to show you some leaves and the same kind of petals you can do with the same leaf strokes, okay? I want you to see that I'm going to come down and put pressure. This is a 3/4 inch brush, and I want you to see I'm going to use some floating medium. After I load it, I pick up a little bit of floating medium. All right, and I'm standing up on the chisel. Then I lay the chisel to the other side, stand up, lay the chisel to the other side. Okay. Now, I want you to see also that we can pick up lots of paint, pick up a second color. All right. And I want you to look at doing, let's get medium, work it in. You can multi-load with many colors, and you have to hold your handle of your brush up. Okay. And then I can come right here. See how it blends shades and highlights with each stroke? And then I'm going to roll the brush. Let's get right here. Roll, 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 and stand up. All right. So the key is, I messed that up, but you can always fix it. All right. So the key is having the multiple colors, and we blend shade and highlight in each stroke. Now, what I want to show you is how fun an angle brush is, okay? But I have a set of angle brushes that has three different ones. Here's the two, and then there's a small one. I don't think I have it right in front of me, but I want you to see, or do I? I've been using them all day. You would think I would still have it. All right. But let me just show you what an angle brush does, okay? So if we take, let me go ahead and use the big one. This is the same size as that flat brush, all right? So I have floating medium in the middle. I'm going to pick up some teal and some thicket and maybe some citrus, okay? And I'm going to load it. So you start with a dampened brush, lay it on the paper towel, and then start putting your paint colors. All right, so then I picked up some white. Okay, now what I want you to see is that with this angle brush, you're mostly touching that tip. All right, that's the toe, this is the heel. So I'm going to slide down and stand up, push down, stand up. So much easier because we had that nice little toe than doing that. You saw I struggled a little bit. I had to keep getting it. So here's some floating medium. I had to keep getting paint. Okay, but on this, what I want to show you too is you can't push this brush, okay? But what you can do is you can make little thin vines. And this is something that most people have a very hard time in the beginning. But you're just painting with this. So if you don't even have to be fancy. I do wreaths just like this, okay? And I like it the feather, all right? So then what happens is you pick up paint after you put some medium in it, and I can do a watercolor look. And I start go 1, 2, and 3, 4, but I like to come right back and pull a stem in it. All right. So I can put another one out here, pull a stem. So see, it starts looking watercolor is because of that medium. Now I use medium instead, floating medium instead of water, and then it doesn't get muddy because this is in the fluff that's inside the paint with no pigment in it. All right. So also another little trick is if you're having a hard time not making mud, and if you practice it a little bit with me, you know what mud is. All right. Then you get my double loader And it's made just to make that practice of mud easier. Okay, so see all the variations of colors. You can put pinks, you can put whatever you want. But this is what I do. See the floating medium runs all into everything there? Well, that's the fluff inside the paint with no color. Okay, floating medium. So there it is. All right. And so it's a 2 ounce and an 8 ounce bottle. I put the floating medium in here, and then I put two paints together, split my brush and load it, and work it in here and paint. All right, the best part about this is you fill up two colors next to each other, and I always have paints left. So I made this double loader so that you could pop the lid on. See these notches? You pop the lid on, you pull the sponge out, dampen it, and see it's leaving those holes so that it keeps it moist. You pop this on it, and it goes a week at a time. It's gone 2 weeks. Some people have done 4 weeks. If they just lay a little bit of saran wrap and then they pop it on there, they've gone a month. But this saves you money and makes stroking, double loading, and one stroke strokes successful without being mud. Okay. Now, I also have this. I just want you to see under my bundles on my website. These are your two most used colors. So we use white. We always start with darker colors. See this dark? And we use white. All right. So I use white almost all the time and then floating medium. So we use a lot of these two because we use this instead of water. So this is a special deal, two 8 ounce bottles. And that's under bundles where the tools and everything are. Okay. If you're searching, search bundles. All right. I just like to tell you guys that because that's where most people say, what do we do? The must use brushes, everything are there. Okay. So I want you to see too that I can, let me come in and put a little Juneberry in here and show you a little bit of white, a little bit of Juneberry. I just want you to see that I can come in here. This is the strongest edge. So if I want to make a really pretty leaf with all these colors, ah, so where am I at? You have to work it in. I didn't work it in yet. So see now, 1, 2, 3, and stand up. Now I didn't have enough floating medium, so I jabbed into the floating medium, picked it up again. Okay, work it in. Now I'm going to do it again because I need to make it all the way to the toe. Now it's mud. I didn't want it to be mud. But anyway, I'm going to come right here. Okay, white and Juneberry. A little bit of floating medium. Now watch this. I'm going to come here and I'm going to roll this, roll it, and stand up. All right. I didn't do so good there, but I can show you that I just do it again. All right. So I'm going to come out here, roll it over, and then come down. I can also just go right in there and make my point nice. Okay. I'm just playing around. Wanted to show you how fun using the toe of this brush and standing up. Okay. All right. So think about the petals you can make with this. All right. So I'm going to pick up Juneberry and white, which is I just did on my relaxing paint this week. All right. So I want you to see that you can, then I can come up with, this is the angle brush. So I want you to see what happens. All right. So now I'm going to turn it around And I'm going to have Juneberry, but I'm going to grab white on the toe. Okay. Now, I like a dirty brush because it brings more colors in that you might not see. All right, see that dirty brush has some green in there? So I want you to see that I'm using the toe in the middle. I'm going to come back here, lean it out, and come back and touch there. Okay. I just every once in a while like to come on and just practice some strokes with you. So be watching. Sometimes I paint a little card or ornament or something to inspire you. But today I just wanted to do a few little practice strokes. And this is time for you to sit and practice with me. All right. So grab this and just watch this over a couple of times and practice when I'm practicing with me. All right. So we're going to come out here, and just use the toe. Put some pretty little strokes in there. All right. Grab some green and pull from here. I'm using this big brush. You want to go down, let's go down to this size because then this will make a really nice leaf for you and a really pretty little rosebuds for you too. Work it, work it, work it, work it. Okay. So you're going to come right under here and okay, have those little leaves go under. Okay. And I want you, I always say you're one stroke away from becoming an artist because it just takes practice. And I've been painting for many years, so it doesn't come overnight, but you can skip so much further in your education by just practicing with me. I have fun little kits, paint sets, and everything just for the beginner. Was that kind of fun? Now that takes about 2 minutes, but if you practice, I said paint for an hour doing those kind of leaves or doing a little rosebud and look at what you've accomplished in an hour of practicing. Okay, all you have to do, some of the kits, all you have to do is get paper or get something like a piece of glass around your house um, and practice. Now, look, I want you to see that I start here, push it down, push, 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 and then all you do is stand up and you have a leaf. And then you pull a stem into it. All right. So press, 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 stand up to a point, and this goes right to the point for you. All right. So the key is you've got to go right here. Like if the vine's right there, you're going to go to the vine. You're going to lay the brush down to get the fullness and just stand up. And it makes a perfect point on every leaf. All right? You promise me you'll try? Go practice. I'm telling you, practice makes perfect. Look at this. You can do ribbon and more just like that. Oops, it's got a glare. Thank you for being on Practice Strokes with me. I'm on every Friday with something new to try with me. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.